So I really didn't expect to hear all that. I don't really know. I'm processing this so many different ways. I had to call my mother because my husband put out a vlog where he did a live. And I didn't want it to funnel down to my mom. You know. So I really wish that my husband, this is the thing with vlogging, like this is a great way to document our lives and certainly our journey, but I'm not upset that he did it. You know, this is what we signed up for. This is what we do. But you know, my mom is very emotional. Her mother, my grandmother, actually died from breast cancer. So I kind of really didn't want to put it out there because, you know, without, you know, positive testing, like negative testing, I should say, because I didn't want my mom to go into this like panic and depression and like super stress. But my husband posted it, so I had to call her. But unfortunately, it was not with positive results. I mean, negative. I mean, the news is bad. I only wanted to tell her if the news was good and I had a handle on it, but the news isn't good. So let me run it back because I've been vlogging in pieces. So I found this lump on my breast and I was just like, whatever, you know, we Googled and Sharif thought it was soft, but apparently it's not. And so, I'm like, I'm in town. I need to just get this looked at. And so I went to the doctor at 7 o'clock this morning because I'm like, let me just get this over with. I need to move on with the rest of my day. And, the doctor sent me to get a mammogram. I thought. But then when I got to the front desk, the receptionist, or, you know, the medical receptionist said, no, you're having a sonogram. So I'm like, oh, are you sure? Call my doctor's office. So they called the doctor's office. The doctor's office is like, no, we just want a sonogram. It's, you know, it's superficial. That's what they were calling it. It's a superficial lump. Nothing to worry about. We're just, you know, taking procedures, protocol. I'm like, okay, great. I should be able to, you know, meet my girlfriend for lunch. Then, I get the sonogram and they're like, we're gonna need you to empty your breasts. I'm like, yes, I forgot to empty my breasts. So I'm not stressing. She's, you know, you saw that. She says, we're gonna have you empty your breasts and we are in fact gonna do a mammogram. Of course, my heart drops to the pit of, you know, the floor because I'm like, why do I need? But they reassure me this is just our protocol, you know, with your age and your full breasts. So I'm like, okay. So then I get the mammogram. I'm like Googling HGTV, thinking of, you know, things to do. I'm gonna, you know, redo my walls. And the doctor calls me in and she tells me that I have a nodule and it's hard, which means that's bad. You know, Google's, you know, gonna say all these fancy words and the doctor said all these fancy words, but the point is, if you have something hard under your breast or on your breast or around your breast, it doesn't have to just be underneath your arms. If it's anywhere on the breast, then that's bad. I have that. So, they say that they want to do a biopsy and she gives me two options. I don't know if you can hear it in the footage that I recorded, so I'm going to just give you a brief summary. They want to do a biopsy. If they do a biopsy, there's a chance that I'll get something, which I'll Google and put it right here. And what that means is that the milk will leak into my breasts and I could possibly need surgery. This is because I'm breastfeeding. Or they can just keep a close eye on it. But we all know how aggressive cancer is. So I'm sitting here on what I thought was just like, I'm just going to go in here and they're going to tell me that I'm fine. It's a clogged milk duct, good night. But no, That's not what they said. So in my mind, I'm asking the doctor all these questions, and she's like, I cannot tell you definitively, and I'm feeling like you want me to tell you definitively, and I can't. And I mean, yeah, you can't tell me definitively until you do the test. It could be nothing, it could be something, but I'm stuck with this choice, and my life partner is not here. And I'm emotional. But I'm faithful. It's weird, because how can you be emotional and faithful simultaneously? I don't know. Until this moment, I was. But I can't make the decision without Sharif. I can, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, I can, but then she started talking more and explaining the biopsy, and they put a titanium something in my breast, and it remains in my body for the rest of my life, and it won't go off under. And I'm like, whoa! I need Sharif. I just said, please stop talking. I can't do this. I can't do this. I need my husband. I can't. I'm not, at this point, I don't even know the words that you're saying. They're not, I can't, I'm gone. Mentally, I've checked out. I need Sharif. He will understand this. I cannot. And she's like, if you decide to have this biopsy, you know, your husband can't come. And I said, my husband's coming. But if I decide not to have the biopsy, then they have to see me more frequently, because they want to make sure that it's not cancer. But it could be not cancer, because it's oval and it's parallel. And usually nodules that are oval and parallel in shape are not. But they can't say for sure unless I get this needle in my breast where they'll insert titanium that won't go off if I go through an airport. Ma'am, I'm not concerned about the freaking airport. Okay? Okay? I'm not. Or I can stop breastfeeding altogether and see what happens. What type of options are these? This is I'm not going to have this biopsy unless my husband says so. Because I'm not opening this can of worms. I've had a biopsy before. I'm not afraid of it hurting or anything. I've had it when they thought I had ovarian cancer. I have the little slit to show. But considering the person I love most in the world, who brought me safety and security and taught me everything I know, died from this, I'm just not ready to deal with this right now. So I'm not.